In Activity 5, Clouds, students describe clouds, discover what they are made of, and then observe clouds for several days. They learn about the three main types of clouds and relate those cloud shapes to the kind of weather they bring. You will need the following materials from the kit. Activity Sheet 5, Parts A, B, and C. Blue construction paper. The clouds poster. Cotton balls, cotton swabs, and glue. You will also need to provide scrap paper. To prepare for Session 1, make one copy of Activity Sheet 5, Parts A and C for each student. If you decide to include thunderclouds and rain clouds in the activity, make one copy of Activity Sheet 5, Part B for each student as well. This activity must be conducted on a day when there are clouds in the sky. Each student will need one sheet of blue construction paper, about 10 cotton balls, some glue, and a cotton swab. To begin Session 1, take the students outside and have them observe and describe the clouds. Students might say the clouds look like cotton balls, fluffy pillows, or feathers. Ask students, are the clouds moving or staying still? Are they changing or staying the same? Students should notice that the clouds are drifting across the sky, and the shapes of the clouds are changing slowly. Remind them that wind is causing the clouds to move. Then ask, how much of the sky is covered by clouds today? Answers will vary depending on the weather. Explain that the sky is said to be clear if there are very few clouds, partly cloudy if some of the sky is covered by clouds, and cloudy or overcast if most or all of the sky is covered by clouds. Back in the classroom, write the terms clear, partly cloudy, and overcast on your chart of weather words and pictures. Next, ask students, what do you think clouds are made of? Some students may say smoke or steam. Others may claim that clouds contain rain or snow. Help students understand that a cloud is made up of billions of tiny water drops. Explain that as the water on land is warmed by the sun, the water changes and goes into the air as water vapor. When the water in the air rises, it cools and changes again into tiny drops of water. These drops of water are what clouds are made of. Display the clouds poster and point out the photographs. Ask students, how are these clouds alike? How are they different? Students should answer that the clouds are all in the sky, are made of tiny drops of water, have different shapes, and some are white and some are gray. Point to and read the cloud labels, puffy, flat, feathery, and thundercloud. If appropriate for your students, define the three basic cloud shapes. Cumulus clouds are white, puffy, or billowy heaps. Stratus clouds are flat, layered, grayish-white clouds that can cover the whole sky. Cirrus clouds are white, feathery, wispy curls high in the sky. And a thundercloud is a very tall, dark cumulus cloud, usually with a flat bottom, that may bring a thunderstorm. Explain that the sky could contain more than one type of cloud at a time. Then, have students identify the types of clouds they saw today. Next, tell students that they are going to make a model of the three main cloud shapes: puffy, flat, and feathery. Distribute a copy of Activity Sheet 5, Part A, and the materials to each student. Have students use the cotton balls and glue to make models of the three types of clouds. They should use the clouds poster and their activity sheets for reference for the shapes of the clouds and also for their relative heights in the sky. Feathery clouds are usually very high in the sky. Puffy clouds form at middle altitudes, and flat clouds are the lowest clouds, sometimes even very near the ground, as fog. Tell students that they are going to observe real clouds over the next few days and record their observations. To conclude Session 1, distribute a copy of Activity Sheet 5, Part C, to each student. In the first column, Cloud Picture, students should draw a simple picture of the clouds they observed. In the second column, Cloud Shape, they should write puffy, flat, or feathery. Have students continue to observe and record twice a day for 3 days. To prepare for Session 2, students will need their activity sheets from Session 1. To begin Session 2, have students review their activity sheets. Ask them, what did you notice about the clouds this past week? They should have observed that clouds are constantly moving and changing shape. For each cloud observation, ask students to look at their activity sheets to tell what the weather was like at the time. Inform students that different shapes of clouds bring different kinds of weather. Have students add the weather information on the weather lines in their activity sheets. For example, for cumulus clouds, students can write sunny. Finally, as a class, compare students' activity sheets to find out about the kinds of weather that each cloud shape brought. Help students see the relationship between cloud shapes and the weather they bring. Inform students that in Activity 6, Rain and Snow, they are going to learn what happens to the water in the clouds. To conclude Session 2, display students' cloud models on a wall or bulletin board. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science Reader, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.